Well, Growers Edge, I think, has made us more money by allowing me to survey the local bids that I'm in the area that I want to sell my grain. The local elevators and the ethanol plants know that this information is out there, so they've got to be competitive if they want to get the grain. You know, we've been able to maximize our return on our farm.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's September 17th, 2013. I'm Logan Burgess. Joining me to my right here is Brock Shimano to help break down the action that we saw here Tuesday in the grain market. As you can see, corn and soybeans continued to slide lower here on Tuesday, not to a large degree. Corn on the new crop down 2.5 cents. New crop beans off 5 3/4. Chicago wheat was up 1 3/4. Kansas City up 0.5 cent. You know, Brock, not a lot of action to talk about today in terms of fundamental news. You know, coming out of the overnight session, we did have a little bit of strength just based on the changes that the USDA made to the crop condition report yesterday. Saw that good to excellent rating lowered a little bit for corn and soybeans. We got some FSA numbers out today as well. You want to kind of detail that?
We did get the FSA update here today. If we take a look at the numbers here on this table, you can see that corn was actually bumped up by 162,000 acres, soybeans up by 68,000 acres. Not a real big story here. It did initially lend a little bit of support to the markets, but you know, wasn't enough of a bullish story to keep this market moving higher. You know, something else that we got out later today was Informa. They're coming out with their most recent production updates. They have corn at 13.8 billion bushels, soybeans at 3.2 billion bushels. You know, for the corn number, that's a little bit lower than what the current USDA projection is. For soybeans, a little bit higher than what the current USDA projections is. So, you know, that's not really a bullish story there either. So I'm kind of wondering, you know, where is the next information going to come? Where's the next bullish story going to come to keep or turn around this market that's been selling off over the last couple of days?
Yeah, you know, it seems like in soybeans in particular, people are kind of content with selling into the numbers that we got on Thursday from the USDA. Certainly the ending stock number came out as of a little bit of a surprise there. Ending stock's 150 million bushels. That was about 15 million bushels lower. But, you know, after Thursday, we really didn't have a lot of bullish sentiment in this market. It's been reflected in the price action. Take a look here at a daily candlestick chart of that November 13 soybean contract. And you can see here that really following that report, we sold off pretty sharply here, now below $13.50 a bushel. And I really think that the next stopping point for this contract is going to be kind of the top side, or excuse me, the bottom side of this gap that was left back on the 23rd of August. That is 13.31.5. Today we were within about 0.5 cent from it, but you know, technical traders are still going to say that gap has not been filled yet. So just based on the fundamentals and the stream of news that we've gotten out this week, wouldn't be surprised if we were able to drift a little bit lower here later in the week. One thing that hasn't been helping out the soybean market in particular has been a cash market, which has continued to slide lower here as we have the convergence between old crop and new crop here in the cash market. And take a look here. This is a key soybean facility in Decatur. You can see that in the month of July, basis was running exceptionally hot. We were about 300 over the board there, even pushing 400 over the board. But it's collapsed quite dramatically here coming into harvest. And that strong basis was one thing that was really supporting futures there during that time period. So we don't really have that sentiment in the market either. The one big takeaway, I think, when people are looking at pricing in the cash market right now is that if you're still holding on to old crop beans or corn, but beans in particular, this is kind of this might be one of the last good opportunities to make an old crop sale. Certainly we're seeing that basis collapse quite dramatically, but there are some pockets of strength out there, and if you have any questions about finding some strength in the cash market, feel free to give us a call here at the office. Our number is 877-472-4607. That's kind of what we saw today, Brock. What do we have coming down the line this week?
Later on this week, we do get the EIA ethanol numbers tomorrow morning. That could give us a little bit of a bullish pop to the market, but you know, for corn, we have fallen below that trend line support on the bottom side at about 460 today. We closed at 454. So that, you know, the next area of support I'm looking at there is about 445 3/4. That's the lowest that we've hit most recently. You know, on Thursday we're also going to get the export sales report. We'll be looking for some information there. Of course, we'll be tweeting all those numbers at GrainTV, where you can find us on Twitter, or you can check us out on Facebook.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for joining us here on Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow for the EIA report.